Hello students, today we will discuss about fertilization in plants, and as a review let us take a look what are the flower parts that are directly taking part in this fertilization process. The first part is the female part, that is known as carpel, and the male part is the stamen. And in the carpel, the solen part here is the ovary, the long structure is the style, and the head here is stigma, which is sticky. And the male part, stamen, the head here is known as anther, and the long tube-like structure is the filament. Now anther is the part which is containing this pollen grain. Now when the pollen grains are transferred to the stigma, it becomes attached there, and this process is the pollination. After pollination, these pollen grains are producing the pollen tubes, which is producing the male gametes inside, and the gametes are going through the pollen tube to the ovule and getting fused with the female gametes. So this process is the fertilization. So if we define again, fertilization is the process where the male gametes are getting fused with the female gametes, and this is occurring after pollination. Now let us point out the steps of fertilization one by one. Step 1, the pollen grains from the anther are transferred to the stigma and becomes attached there. Then in step 2, the pollen grains are forming long pollen tube which extends up to the ovule. This pollen tube extends up to the ovule. Then inside the pollen tube, the male gametes are formed. 2 male gametes are formed inside the pollen tube from one pollen grain. Now these male gametes are moving through the long pollen tube, and reaches up to the embryo sac. What is embryo sac? The sac is produced inside the ovule, and inside the ovule, here the female gametes or egg is present. Now the male gamete reaches up to embryo sac and gets fused with the egg. One of the male gamete is fused with the egg. Another male gamete is getting fused to the polar nuclei or secondary nucleus. Here you see, when the male gamete is fusing with the egg, it is forming the zygote or embryo in next. But when one male gamete is fusing with the secondary nucleus, this is forming the endosperm that will nourish the egg. Okay, so let us point out or review the process again. The pollen grains from the anther is transferred to the stigma and creating the pollen tube. Through the pollen tube, one male gamete is getting inside and fusing with the egg. Another male gamete is fusing with the secondary nucleus and forming endosperm. So after fusion of male and female gamete, it is forming the embryo, and another fusion of male gamete and secondary nucleus is forming the endosperm. So this is the process how fertilization occurs in plants after pollination, and this is the precondition. Fertilization is the precondition for fruit formation. Without fertilization, fruit formation in the plants is not possible. Thank you all for today.